Hello, everyone. So the communications audit and recommendations report that I'm doing is going to be on Coca-Cola. I think we're all familiar with Coca-Cola. They make products like Coke Classic. They got the Coke Zero, zero sugar, Fanta, Sprite, the Dasani mineral water, and the Simply brand. And they've also got Minute Maid. I think we're all familiar with Minute Maid. So Coca-Cola as a company was started in 1886 by Dr. John Pemberton Smith, and he later sold interests in the company to different stakeholders. And it was eventually bought by Assaji Cantor, who got majority stake in the company and was able to push it forward into what we know now as the Coke brand. Um, Coca-Cola is trying to sell the idea of the circular-based economy, where it tries to encourage reuse and recycling. Um, with plastic pollution and single-use packaging, the potential for plastic waste pollution goes up. When you have single package products, like for example soft drinks, I mean, number of people that are consuming soft drinks right now, the number of people that depend on plastic right now is so high, and it has an impact on the environment, especially when you have people that don't recognize or don't realize or don't have the awareness that plastic pollution has. You could be walking on the road, for my case here in sub-Saharan Africa, and someone's drinking a Coke and they just throw it out the car window. They don't see it as something bad. They just do it because it's you can't really blame them. They look at it as waste. Maybe there's no um, bin inside the transportation vehicle, so they just throw the plastic out the window, you know. And you can imagine if you have 100 people doing that every day, just throwing plastic bottles out the window, throwing plastic bottles out the window. It adds up over time. It adds up, it adds up, it adds up. Yes, there are people that deal in recycling and waste management, but you're not going to have people walking on roadways and all over the place looking for plastic. This issue of the circular based economy has to come from both the company and also the consumers. If the consumers are not made aware about the dangers of plastic pollution, then Coca-Cola as a company is not going to be doing much to educate consumers. Now, they have used a bunch of media outlets to communicate the message about their circular based economy and sustainability. Things like Instagram, Facebook, and also on their official website. They have an Instagram post where they're trying to encourage this thing of the circular based economy. Now, single use packaging might take a long time to phase out. In my opinion, instead of having single use plastics, of course, the future of soft drinks, I think it would be much better if there were central points where soft drink companies were doing business, where you could just go get yourself the drink that you want in your own cup. Because if you have a cup, like let's say I have a teacup, okay? I don't have to go to a restaurant and get single use tea packaging. I can just tell them, hey, put the tea or the coffee or the hot chocolate in my cup. Let's say if I go to get myself some coffee or hot chocolate, I don't have to get the cup that they provide, because that I'm gonna throw it away and it has to be recycled. But if I have this, I can just tell hey, like if I go, let's say I go to Starbucks or I go to Java House, I can tell them, hey, why don't you just put my coffee inside my coffee cup, okay? Because I can just take it home, take my coffee, and I can just wash it. I don't have to throw it away. I want to use it again. So this is like the difference between single-use plastic and having your own packaging, like where you go and like, hey, I need a Coke, but I have my own bottle. So let me go to the Coke fountain, maybe Coke let's say that I stay in Soroti, for example, in Uganda. If Coca-Cola had a soft drinks maybe dealer in Soroti town, and they were not just like sending out the single-use packaging to like different shops and businesses, of course it would make it harder on the consumer because you can't just go to the shop and buy a Coke. You have to go to the central point, go with your plastic bottle or your plastic cup, and then take the Coke product that you want. If you want juice, if you want this, if you want Minute Maid, or if you want water, you can just take your cup and do it. It's like kind of like the fountain drinks idea that most restaurants in the Western world have. That would be my ideal way of reducing on plastic waste. But of course, that's a debate for another day. So Coca-Cola has tried to introduce the idea of clear plastic. If you guys know Sprite used to be green in color, but now they've made it clear plastic. The reason they make it clear plastic is because it's much easier to recycle clear plastics compared to colored plastics. So Coca-Cola, I think, has done a really good job trying to take the campaign out there, but I think they need to try and maybe reach more people in maybe in different languages so people can understand. If they could maybe partner up with radio stations in some of the places where they sell their products and encourage people to recycle, because if people don't understand the benefits of recycling, then the message about the circular-based economy is just not going to make sense at all. So my idea on this is that I think Coca-Cola needs to do more on their media campaign on the circular-based economy, but also they need to partner up with some of the different stakeholders in the places that they do business with to encourage people not to just throw out their products, but to actually recycle.